The table.
Now, I do believe I heard a certain airline pilot make an announcement.
And I know a lot of listeners did because the phones are full.
Who do we have on line 4? Let's see who the lucky caller is today. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show. What's your name?
Vanessa,
you're caller 104.
Congratulations.
Now tell those of our listening audience who are just waking up and getting the crusties out of their eyes, Vanessa, what are you excited to be caller 104 about?
to be entered for
104.
Universal.
Yep, for the
trip to Universal.
Orlando Resort. Here we go. You are caller 104. You've scored an Echo Dot. Now you are a finalist to win that trip for 4 to the Universal Orlando Resort with flights provided by Spirit. You will be staying at the Universal Cabana Bay Resort if you're the grand prize winner. Vanessa, you're the first person whose name goes in the box. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yeah, hang on the line, okay?
Don't go anywhere, okay?
Get your information off the air.
Okay.
Get you set up. All right, honey, hold on. Happy Monday to you.
Do this many
All
more
right, guys.
times because it's 7 to 7.
Yep, because we're in that window, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. When you hear that pilot say it's the boarding call for you to call, be caller 104, you're going to be like Vanessa, win an Echo Dot, and be a finalist for the trip. All right, so here on the Roula and Ryan Show, we have a very, very heavy burden to bear.
Yes, and that
We
burden
have
is...
to guarantee laughter for at least 9 minutes a day to save your life. What?
So you need 9 minutes of laughter a day?
Minimum. There's a story that says if you can get at least 9 minutes of laughter a day, that will curb your stress hormone by 37%. And what do we know about stress? Stress is a killer. Stress can cause heart attacks, cardiac arrest, all the things. Stress is terrible. If we can just do our part to give you a 37% less chance of stress, that is the goal. Have we made you laugh for at least 9 minutes today? I don't know. Maybe we play Eric's drunk audio again.
What are you guys stressed about? Real
Just
quick.
play that for 9 minutes.
Around the room, what are you stressed about? Just off the top of your head. Sam, what are you stressed about right now in your life?
Being sick and having a baby to take care of.
Yeah, that's stressful.
And that never ends. My daughter is going to be 24 this month, and I'm still stressed, worried about her right now, living on her own in Los Angeles.
Is that your stress right now?
Oh, yeah.
How about you, Roula?
I'm stressed out about my foot. Like, it's my ankle surgery has been for such a long time, and I'm feeling kind of funk today because I don't feel good today. Like, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I want to unzip my bodysuit and be like, step out into a fresh new, like, I wish I could be like a healthy foot. I don't know. I just feel weird. Like, I don't know if it's like the funk of like, I'm not sleeping well because of my injury. I can't figure it out.
So you got a funky
it's causing
foot.
me stress.
Funky foot. That sounds like a new song.
Ankle.
Bruno Mars is going to do that one.
Ankle recovery is just getting to me today.
And Eric, what
How
about
about you, Eric?
I'm really not stressed about it. The Astros are stressing me out right now.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's about it. So, I mean, kids, you always worry about your kids. You want them to do but I'm happy. I'm in a happy place. Mm-hmm. I always tell my wife, and that's what she always gets mad at me. I'm like, you know what? If I die tomorrow, don't cry for me. I've had a great life. Life is good.
Yep.
I mean, I don't want to die. I'm just saying. I'm putting that out there. I want to live a long time. But if I didn't, I've had the dream job. I always say it, working with you guys. I love working with all of you. I love working with KRBE. I love doing my dream. I've worked crappy jobs. So I know I'm blessed to be working here every day.
He's glad he's not the button factory anymore. The button factory.
Hey,
For those that forgot that, Eric used to put the pin in the back of the button.
Yeah,
He
was
in
that
charge
button
of that.
job stressful?
A little bit.
You had a button quota?
They had a quota. They wanted so many boxes of these things out there. And
Yeah, how many buttons did you have to pin before,
I did,
you get in trouble?
150,000, I think I did a day.
150,000 buttons a day?
I
They had
think.
to watch the
That
machine
was my
put the
shift.
pin in the back of the button to make sure it was right, not default.
Yeah, there's like a couple shifts of that. So it was just my shift.
That does not sound fun.
And it was loud and
Was there like a silo full of pins and a silo full of buttons, and they had to just merge together on the machinery?
yeah, box. I dump one box of pins in one machine, and then dump the box of the backs of the buttons in another one, and then I had to make sure the machine was like blowing the right air to push it down the track, clean, and then open the.
You have to wear a hairnet for that, like you see in those shows about how it's made.
It's not food.
You gotta wear hairnets.
They don't have to have sterile
That's what I was
buttons.
wondering too.
I had to wear.
I don't know.
I had to wear
Gloves and hairnets.
those little foam ear things.
Oh, yeah, to
Earplugs?
protect your hearing.
Yeah.
How long did you do that job for?
I suppose I went for a temp job, and then I stayed for like 2 years.
That's
Wow.
not temporary.
Yeah.
2
What was the
years?
job you
I made
left the button factory for?
$300 a week.
Wow.
I cleared $300.
What was the job you left the button factory for? Working?
Here in Dallas.
really?
You went from bugs to radio.
Yeah.
Or
No,
buttons
from
to radio.
buttons.
Buttons to radio.
I took that, and I got that job in Dallas.
Oh, and trust me, Roula, I saw him because Eric and I worked in the same office. That's how Eric, if people are new to the show, that's
So we
how
became
Eric and I
buddies.
have met each other because we worked different radio stations, but it was like one of those companies owned a lot of different radio stations. So we'd see Eric having to deal with this consultant every day, and this guy was nutty. And I could just see him like wearing you down.
But he got me in there. I remember my first day, Roula. I'm such a wuss. I remember crying when talking with him. I was just so excited, just so happy
Oh.
because I made.
Well, you're not a wuss. You're emotionally
I went from making $17,000
overloaded.
a year. I had a baby, and then I got the job. I think for like $35,000.
That's huge.
That's doubling your pay.
Yeah, or 32, somewhere in there. I got. So I pretty much doubled my pay doing my dream job. I was going to Dallas, and a big city, and I was just like, I just remember crying my first day talking to him because the guy and I.
This guy that you had to take orders from, Sam, he was just like the weirdest looking dude. He wore like an Indiana Jones
Yeah,
hat.
he was definitely
bald.
weird. He was a hippie.
What's that guy do now? Is he still in radio?
I don't know what he. No, he was old. I mean,
He yelled
could
a
be.
lot.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Is
So
he?
He did.
Is it really?
Yeah, he did some good stuff back in the day. I won't knock him. He got me the job. So.
That's good.
But yeah, so I'm just saying, man, if you're living right now and you're not happy with your job, you put it out there. I'm not big on that secret book, but I knew it. My ex-wife even yelled at me like, "What are you doing? You got to think of something for the kids and for our life." And I'm like, I know something's going to happen. I know there's somebody out there that's going to know that I have some kind of talent and I can.
You just
show
have
them.
to have belief.
Somebody took a chance on me. That's why I always take chances on, like, whenever I hear people lose jobs.
Yeah, you want to help
Like
people
Laura,
out.
our night girl, like she was at a competing station. She lost her job. I called her up the next day. I had lunch with her, with our boss and Sam as well. We had lunch with her because I know she was talented and she's with us now. I love to help people out. I want to help.
You got me this job, so thank you.
I want to help as many people as I can. Pay it forward, right?
Yep.
Yep.
That's what it's all about.
Good for you. So if you're just tuning in, here's what you need to know. 9 minutes a day minimum is what you need to curb your stress hormone by 37%. So hopefully the Roula and Ryan.
Well, you're not going to laugh at these 9 minutes. Sorry, but maybe you'll be inspired.
You're smiling, maybe. Inspirational talk.
I'm just saying.
You know, we can make you laugh at other different silly things, but you never know what's going to set us
Remember,
off.
my
That's what's
parents-
great about our job.
My dad was, unfortunately, passed away. I was on a farm. I was not happy. I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. All of a sudden, he dies. He knew I was passing out, tapes to try and get jobs.
Uh-huh.
All of a sudden, he dies. 4 months later, I get this call in Dallas. Like, I'm just saying, maybe he's got pulled a few strings for me up there.
Yep. You just have to have belief. You have to have faith in yourself and just go for it. I wanted to do this story real quick. Do you remember last week when we got that emergency alert test? Like every phone in America got it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So
People said be careful because of people that have second
Domestic
phones.
violence survivors who hide devices needed to make sure they were off so that their abusers would not find out their secret device.
think about all the cheaters with their burner phones.
Yep.
They got the little phone on the side.
Which we'll be doing next. How to catch a cheater coming up in a few minutes.
Exactly. But how about this? The Amish, who are not supposed to be having these things, a lot of Amish people got in major trouble because
Uh-oh.
they thought that, I've got it muted. It didn't
Yeah.
matter. It didn't matter if your phone is muted. That alert still went off. So a lot of them were shunned, a lot of the Amish community, because they were breaking the rules.
How do
Some
they
of the
pay
younger
for
ones.
it? I guess you get the kind that you pay for the minutes.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause you
sure.
can't pay. You can't have like a monthly bill coming to your house to the farm.
But there's one guy
This
on
goes to
TikTok
a-
right
it's a
now.
lot of work.
He's a
Right, I don't
former
know.
Amish guy. He says that a few of the Amish friends of his are dealing with the backlash because they had their phones on vibrate with the sound off and didn't realize that the alert would still make a loud sound. So being shunned is significant in the Amish community. It could involve a separation of the person from the community for an extended period of time. Like they can be ostracized, pushed
What
out
part
of
of
the community.
Pennsylvania are they? The upper, like
Lancaster and
I'm looking at the state.
Lancaster.
Is that
Like
up on
you
the
like
top
to say.
right? Where is that at, Sam? Since
What,
as you-
Lancaster?
Yeah.
I would say I'm going to look real
Like
quick.
where you
I would
grew up
say
in
like
Harrisburg, right?
northeastern part of
because
the state.
I was born central PA.
Yeah.
And they were
Well,
all up.
Lancaster was only like
Not
an
far.
hour drive
Lancaster
from
is like-
Philly because that's where Sesame Street
Yeah.
Place is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would
And
say.
I would take my nephew's to Sesame Street Place when I lived there. So
It's not far from Harrisburg.
It's not really far from Philly.
Yeah.
It was a day trip. It was going. It's like an hour. I
It's
think.
basically in between like Harrisburg and between Philly. It's like below Hershey, York.
Is that the
So
only
it's the west.
Amish area we have in the United States?
No, there are other Amish pockets, but that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
something
I
like
think Ohio is
heavy
big for Amish
concentration.
as well.
Like, but nothing like North Dakota. Like in Illinois,
They're
I
known
never-
for their churned butter and their great furniture.
Yeah, the
this is what
furniture
I
is
know
really
of the Amish.
nice.
yeah.
and they can put a barn up in a day.
They can.
Yep. Strong
really?
community.
And they like
They
to
work
keep.
really
He just watched the movie Witness with Harrison Ford.
And if
No,
you're
they need a time lapse video. I'm going to
They
find that.
make great lemonade, too.
Listen, there should be a time lapse video of the Amish doing that because,
is,
y'all,
there
my
is,
kids
Roula.
have gotten stuck. Is there one?
That's how I know because I watched the time lapse.
Okay, because there's these two guys. I don't know who they
bored. I was in
are,
the
but I
toilet,
know
right?
somebody listening right now has heard of them. It's these two guys in the jungle somewhere, and they have a time lapse of them creating like these swimming pools and slides and like little cave houses out of clay and dirt and palm trees. If somebody knows what I'm talking about, please text me at 37530. My kids got stuck on that about maybe 2 years ago, and it's fascinating to watch these two dudes. They're not wearing shoes or anything. They're barely wearing shorts, and they're just building this stuff out of clay and
they made a
mud.
pool,
It's a
yeah.
time lapse, super fast.
I've seen that.
And then they get in the pool, and then they'll make their meat, their food, and their
We need
meat
to
out
do
of
that
like
here.
some oven in the
Irvin.
dirt.
We need Irvin to put a time lapse in here for our show.
yeah.
What are we going to
How
build?
much fidgeting do we do?
Just see us
during
going
the show?
running around. There's Ryan vaping. There's Ryan peeing. There's Sam running around.
Ryan vaping again.
Yep.
Oh, come on. Stop it.
Just be a cloud. Just be real fast.
All right, coming up next, we want to take your calls. That's a weird motion right there, Eric.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
I was fast
Not
forward
safe
vaping.
for work.
That did not look right.
Okay, coming up next, we're going to do How Did You Catch Your Cheater? This is always a very interesting subject matter to us because a lot of people come to us to find out if their mate is truly cheating or not on Thursdays with Roula and Ryan's Roses. But there are other ways to figure it out on your own, and we learn a lot from what you guys teach us. 713-390-KRBE.
It's also 8:13 now, so we can
Oh,
do
might as well do it. Taylor Swift.
We have a lot to
Taylor
do.
Eras
Swift
tour.
with the AMC Theater. Your chance to get 2 spots to the private screening with KRBE to see Taylor Swift the Eras Tour movie. 713-390-KRBE. Caller 10 first. Then how'd you catch your cheater?
So most
That's
likely-
going to be fun on the phones.
Most likely,
Eric, good luck.
I'm going to be taking those calls, and we won't get any cheater calls probably because
Eric, good luck.
We'll
Yeah.
figure it
Caller
out.
10.
this is my dream. It's better than buttons.
It's supposed to be fun.
I'm pushing buttons.
We'll get that winner and talk to you next on the Roula and Ryan Show.
104.1 KRBE. It's the Roula and Ryan Show. Man, we are just all about giving this morning. We have been giving and giving and giving.
And Vanessa was our first qualifier today for the Echo Dot. Now, she won the Echo Dot, which made her a finalist for this fantastic trip we're giving away to Universal Resort in Orlando. We are doing this between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. There are many chances for you to be hearing the boarding call, for you to be the correct caller 104, to win the Echo Dot, which makes you a finalist for this great trip. Vanessa got disconnected. Vanessa, call back at 713-390-KRBE. You know the number. You already called once and you were the winner because we want to get your information to make you the official finalist. I know our listener line is always very, very busy with different calls, but different subject matter at 713-278.
I want to talk to Ashley real quick
Before we get to the list line call, because we're asking for how'd you catch your cheater?
because she caught 3 people in the same day somehow, she said.
What? In the
my.
same day? You have 3 people you're dating? Ashley, we need more information.
You'll hear it.
You'll understand.
Good
Ashley.
morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Ashley. So how'd
You
you
can
catch
hear
your
the smile,
cheater?
by the way, when I talk to her. You can hear her smile.
Yeah, I need
when she
all the
talks.
background in the story.
I can't even believe that I'm telling this out loud. I always swore that I never would because
Nah.
it was just completely unbelievable.
It's just us. Lay it on us.
So my ex-boyfriend, because of course he got caught. So this was years ago, like right when like online shopping wasn't really popular. People were like more into ordering things online. So your best form of payment, like when you ordered online, was PayPal.
Okay.
This was when PayPal was really big. So my boyfriend at the time worked out of town. He traveled for work. So it was not uncommon, for him to like mail me gifts or like, mail me things because he missed a lot of things because he was always out of town working. So nothing out of the ordinary. So of course our like home address was set like as the shipping delivery address on the PayPal account, but we both used it, of course.
Okay.
So I had ordered some stuff, and I was like, man, like my stuff never came in. Like, again, this is when like ordering online was more new, so shipping issues were a thing all the time. So I was like, let me log into the PayPal account and let me just double check and see, like, maybe it's not delivered, like maybe something's going on. So I log in and I'm seeing an address on there, and I'm like, this is not our address. Like, whose address is this? What is this? Well, the address was a slight familiar to me. So my childhood best friend, her parents were divorced, but this address was like the same road where her dad lived, which I grew up with her. You know, we went and visited her dad all the time. We'd go spend the night over there. You know, it was not a familiar address to me. So I was like, what in the world? So I call her up and I'm like, girl, like this address, like this is by your dad's. Like this is super familiar. I was like, do you know somebody that lives by your dad that would be getting my packages or like have like their address on my PayPal account? And super risky girlfriend here. She's like, get in the car. I'm coming to pick you up. Like, let's go over there. Like, if worst comes worst, we'll like run to my dad's house. It's no big deal. So we go to this address, you know, and I'm thinking like, this is maybe like some older person who just didn't type the address. Like, there's no telling, you know, I'm thinking everything. Give me the benefit of the doubt. We pull up at this address. Not only is this girl that I knew, but my boyfriend was at her house. When we pulled up there.
You caught him red-handed.
Oh, my gosh. Did you knock on the door? What'd you do?
Because, we knocked on the door. You know, I'm not a conflict. Like, I'm the kind of person, like, if you do somebody wrong, your karma's going to come for you in due time. I don't owe you anything. But my girlfriend's like, no, we're going in here. She busts into their house.
Oh, my.
Hunts him down, hollering his name, like, drags him out. And he finally admitted that he was, like, ordering stuff. They had been dating for, like, 6 to 7 months.
Oh, my
gosh. She knew who I was. She knew where I lived. Like, we had been together, like, 6-7 years at this point. Like, she knew. Like, she knew about me, the whole 9 yards. She knew he was cheating. She knew he worked out of town, like, everything. She knew everything.
Wow. So she was a willing participant. She 100% knew that y'all been in a 7-year relationship and starts dating him on the side.
She knew everything. And funny enough, they are now married and have kids.
Oh, my God.
Well, I guess you could look at that part. At least they're stayed together.
Something came out of it, I guess. But.
Ashley, how old were you at this time? Y'all had been dating 6 or 7 years. How old were you?
So we were high school sweethearts. We had been together since we were 15, and we were going on like 22, 23.
Okay.
So then you broke up with him. He stayed with her. And then, but Eric, you said it was 3 people.
And then you said you caught somebody else?
So, yes, we get through this whole big scenario, you know, and we had lived together, like, the whole 9 yards. So I told my girlfriend, I was like, we've got to go get my stuff out of this house. Like, I'm not going back. Like, gun-ho, we're moving out. We're breaking up. We're not doing this. So my girlfriend and I pull up at my house at this time, and we are packing our things. She's helping me pack and, like, get out of the house. And my phone starts ringing, you know, and I'm thinking it's him. He's on his way there to fix everything, you know, the usual boy thing.
Yeah.
Text messages from his mother. So I'm like, wait, maybe he's called his mom and, like, told his mom what's going on. You know, I'm not calling his family and telling him anything. I don't want to deal with that. You know, I had to deal with him. No, we're not dealing with all that. It's his mom. And I realized, like, you know, this was a little long, you know, a while back where, like, text messages, it would say, like, a picture message still. So I told my girlfriend, I was like, his mom is sending me, like, picture messages. Like, I don't understand what is this? Like, this is odd. She doesn't usually send me pictures. So we look at them, and she accidentally texted me her nude photos that she was sending to another man cheating on their dad.
Oh, my
God.
So cheating runs in the family.
Ouch.
It runs in the family because it gets better. So I'm like, we're flabbergasted. We're like, what are we doing? We're like, these photos, like all this. We're like, what in the world is going on with this family today?
Oh, my God.
And I've had this girlfriend with me. She's been with me since I was born. Our moms were friends growing up. Our grandparents grew up together. So long, very close with her and her family. So, you know, we call her mom and we're like, what do we do? Like, this is so weird, you know, and we're talking about it. And she's like, nothing, y'all just get your stuff and get out of there.
Yeah.
Well, in the midst of all this, the brother to the same family realizes that we're at the house. And I don't think he knew, like, what was going on with me and the brother and the mom and all this at this point. And he had a girlfriend, longtime girlfriend. They've been together a while. Well, he's always kind of liked my girlfriend. Like, he's always kind of hit on her every now and again and been kind of flirty with her. And she's always like, leave me alone. Like, you know, y'all have been together so long. She's like a brother. They're like brother and sister, you know. And so she's always like, no, leave me alone. And so he realizes we're there and he comes in and he starts hitting on her. And she's the same thing as usual, like, hey, like, leave me alone. You know, you got your girlfriend. And they actually lived a couple houses down from where I was living at the time. So his girlfriend caught him at my house. So she's, of course, calling, and she's like, hey, you need to leave there. Like, I know you're there with her. Like, I know they're both there. Like, you don't need to be there. Like, she was super insecure about him being around her, which is completely understandable.
She had a reason.
She was smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very smart. So he leaves because he's getting in trouble with his girlfriend. And before he even makes it out of the driveway, he's texting my girlfriend, like, hey, like, send me some pictures. Like, let's hang out later. Like, we don't have to tell my
family?
girlfriend.
God, this is all in the same day, Ashley?
All in the same day. This is like within 2
Holy
hours of all this
smokes.
happening. Me and my
Wait,
girlfriend
can I
are
just
like,
let me just reset for a second
That was
because some people
weird.
just tuned in, Ashley. Ashley's calling in on How'd You Catch Your Cheater. She found out her boyfriend of 7 years was cheating with a girl for 7 months. The same day, that boyfriend's mother is sending Ashley nudie photos by mistake to the man she's having an affair with on her boyfriend's dad. And then the boyfriend's brother is cheating on his girlfriend or trying to by getting with the girlfriend. Trying to cheat by hitting on the girlfriend consistently. Okay. 1, 2, 3, all in one day.
That is messed up.
You are wise to steer clear of that family.
Yeah, you're
Or
lucky.
did you marry
After
the
this,
brother
I
or
was
something
like,
weird?
No. My girlfriend actually was like, you know what? I'm sick of him texting me and doing this. He's always asking me for nude pictures. Like, I'm so tired of this. She took the nude pictures that the mom sent and sent them to him.
Oh, my God.
And he was living for it.
Nobody
He
wants to
was
see
like,
that.
Oh, I
What was
love
his
these
reaction?
pictures.
Oh, no.
Like, to this day, he still does not know that those were his mom's boobs.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's just boobs. It wasn't. No, it was
So the face is cropped out.
Gosh.
So he liked those photos a lot.
He's hearting his mom's boobs.
Oh,
So her and I, to this day, we're like, we're going to take it to our grave that we sent this boy his own mom's boob pictures.
no, you got to call him. We can put you on revenge. How fun would
Oh,
that
yeah.
be to call him
That
up and let
is-
him know all these years you've been
Whoa.
funning over those? It's
Yeah.
probably like saved in his phone for a rainy day.
Those are your
I wonder if
mom's
he was
boobs.
thinking- okay, so real story, guys. And guys, you guys are guys.
Yeah.
When this dude got the breasts of an older lady thinking it's this young girl, is he wondering like, wow, that's not what I thought they'd look like?
Had to be turned off.
Wow.
I don't even think he cared. I think he was just so excited to see some boobs. Like, it didn't matter to him.
There's moms.
By the way,
Wow,
his mom could only be
Ashley,
20
you
years
got it.
older. I mean, there are plenty of women that are 40 plus that probably look amazing without their top.
But you don't want to see your
Not
mom's
your mom.
breasts,
Not your
man.
mom.
Right?
God, I'm ending it there. I can't.
Nothing could top that.
No.
Ashley, you got us 3 stories in one shot. We're great. Thanks so much
Wow.
for sharing that. That is
That's impressive.
unbelievable.
She didn't
but
tell
true.
them because I would want him to know.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
yes.
Like
You're like, you like that? We're
Yeah.
good. Those
Yeah.
are your
And
moms.
And he's like, oh, my God, you should see what I just did.
no,
Oh, no.
You what?
What
Y'all want to go to the
a
listener line?
loser.
Go 713-278-VENT. That's 8368. If you want to leave us a story there, how'd you catch your cheater? Coming up next, has Jennifer Lopez demanded that Ben Affleck stop talking to the mother of his children?
Oh, he wouldn't do that.
No.
Tabloid story of the day. Yeah, we could dive deep next and scoop on the Roula and Ryan show. It is brought to you by Innovative Lasers of Houston. Tomorrow, we're going to have a special guest in the studio. Back in Houston, he started at KRBE. Before I started at KRBE, answering the request line saying, hi, KRBE, what do you want to hear? There was a guy named Michael Yo who was doing the same job as me.
I remember him.
And now he's
Awesome.
Michael Yo. He is a comic. He was on Chelsea Handler's show. He's been on our show many times. He's back in Houston at the House of Blues. When do those tickets go on sale, Eric?
I believe this week. We're going to have him on because he wants to get the hype up because it's not till February, House of Blues, because usually he does like the improv and stuff, but he's got such a high demand that he's going big time.
God, he's
with House of
really
Blues.
talented.
Just
He's
a,
so funny and
just a
nice
great guy. I'd love to see nice guys because you saw him start off like his comedy. You know, he had something there. Chelsea Handler saw something in him. Would put him on his show and make fun of him. He'd be the butt of the jokes, and he took it because she's like, you didn't pay your dues to be. You can't say you're a comic. You're just because he was like just radio guy. You know, he was on in Miami.
I
and
actually
stuff,
got to see
and
him start here. I was actually here when he was here.
Yeah, he got a lot of his fame started out working with the Kardashians. On he helped them when they had a show when they were in Miami.
Oh, that's cool.
He would put them on his show, and he was like their producer as well and co-host.
Oh.
And then he went to L.A., stand up all over the country. Great guy. He's so connected with the entertainment world. That's fun to talk to him. And
So that'll be tomorrow at this time.
by the way, Vanessa that won the Echo Dot
The Universal.
for the Universal
Qualify
trip.
for that, yes.
She, you need to call us back.
Yeah, she disconnected, and it's like, We got to get
We've
your
been waiting
information.
for
Yeah, I
you.
want to get your info. So I've been
We
thinking
know what
about
your
you.
voice sounds like.
Yeah, because what are the rules on that? If Vanessa doesn't call by a certain time, do we just do it again?
Well, we're going to do it multiple times throughout the
Call her
day, no matter
105.
what.
No, but I just want to.
Right.
She was
We
so
do like a
happy.
mulligan.
She was so excited, and then she
excited.
hung up.
I'm like, where's she at? So that was
Maybe her phone died. You know, it's maybe one of those things. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm trying to call you back. I'm stuck at work. There's no signal. My phone's dead." Who knows? We'll wait and see.
Somebody wants a
But Vanessa, we have an Echo Dot for you.
Before you do the Ben Affleck, a quick update. Somebody wants on Ryan's ribs. Not his new restaurant he's opening.
It's a new restaurant called Ryan's Ribs.
That's
with
Ryan. I got to do
biscuits
it in like the
and
Roula
gravy.
and Ryan
Oh,
voice.
Gristle.
Come on by and have some of my slow roasted, tasty ribs.
Ew.
It's been aged many years.
But they're cracked.
They're cracked and tender.
Not barrel flavored, barrel bourbon flavored like mine.
Barrel bourbon ribs. I broke
Barrel
my ribs.
aged.
I broke my ribs last week, and on Friday's show, I left like a few minutes early to go to the doctor, and
We told you to stop skydiving. Didn't you learn your lesson the first time?
Yeah,
it was not from skydiving. I wish it was
Really?
something cool that sounded like that, but
the stairs.
yeah, it's just the stairs fell down them. So, yeah, they're just broken. That's all. He's like, well, there's nothing you can do. Just stay immobile. You know, give me a few pain pills to help me at night.
Well, you got the perfect job for that. We're not digging ditches.
That's true.
No, that's true.
That's good.
But you know how I love to like either run or walk or do something every single day of my life. So it's like I can't do that for now.
How long?
A couple weeks. He said about 2 weeks.
That's not too bad. Then I'd figure like there's 3 months or something by the time they get the.
It could
the
be
ribs.
like, I don't know, since July.
Oh yeah,
Maybe you've
yeah.
been on
Stuck in
butt,
your house.
Stuck in your house.
I don't want to break
Nothing.
anything. Man, if I do the broken bone tally, I wonder how many bones I've broken because I know that I had like.
Well, while you
basically-
do that tally,
Just start
let me
adding
get
them up.
this
Start
Ben
adding your
Affleck
head.
story,
I mean,
or else we'll never have time for it.
Just the skydiving accident alone, I think
Save that for rapid
14
fire.
breaks.
How many bones does Ryan break?
Yeah.
How many bones in the human body and how many has Ryan Chase broken? Okay. So the latest, we were just saying last week how it's been very quiet with the J-Lo Ben Affleck front. You know, not really much going on with them, except for Ben Affleck's Dunkin' Donuts commercials, like during VMA with Ice Spice and all the things. And here comes the story. Whether it's been stretched to the nth degree or not, Jennifer Lopez is apparently not too happy with Ben Affleck's latest pictures when he was out with Jennifer Garner and the daughter they share, one of the daughters they share, because they look like they were getting a little too cozy.
Oh, come on.
It's
Whatever
a
that
photo,
means.
by the way. You can make
There's
that
a
look.
photo.
You know,
The so-called source.
First of all, they
the
share a
source, quote
child
unquote
together.
source, says that she's intensely jealous and feels like Ben and Jen Garner, not Jen Lopez, are a lot closer than she was led to believe. Duh. They've got 3
They got
kids
kids.
together. Hello. You've got 2 kids with Mark Anthony. What's that situation like? Anyway, in a text exchange that got heated, this is the story that OK Magazine is putting out there, that there were some get-togethers that were planned that they've now canceled. And I guess we'll have to wait and see if
What do
the
they have their-
story
how do
takes
they
any
know?
steam.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
just gossip.
The
have
so-called
their text
source.
out.
And guess what? When you get involved with somebody that's got children, you have to realize that those kids are always going to come first. They're always going to come first. Just because you're co-parenting with your ex does not mean you want to be with that person. It just means that you're both looking out for your kids.
Most times, you like that's the last person you want to be with.
Exactly.
You're like,
Wanna
been
go
there,
back to
done
the
that.
well?
No,
No.
thanks.
Now,
Here we go.
time for the Roula and Ryan show on KRBE to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
I want to draw attention to this. This is going to be, maybe you've heard me do the commercials, but this is going to be so much fun. The Ugly Christmas Sweater. It's going to be playing a Tuts. It is so fun, y'all. I mean, you've got to
Is
check
it called
this out.
The Ugly Christmas Sweater? Or is
It's
it
called The Ugly Christmas Sweater, yeah.
Musical or?
Yeah, it's a musical. It's running November 28th through December 24th. You can get your tickets at tuts.com. But this is like the ultimate date experience, you know. They say you can bring kids, but it's kind of go over their heads. This is more for adults, so it's interactive.
Date night or really?
It's a great
take your
date
mate.
night. It's interactive. The audience gets a chance to be a part of the show. Wear your ugly Christmas sweater. Bring your friends, your coworkers, and you'll sing along. It's so much
Really,
fun.
I saw
The dates for that is what again?
November 28th through December
December.
24th.
Okay, because December 5th through the 24th, Tuts is also putting on Rodgers and Hammerstein's Enchanted Classic Cinderella.
They're busy.
You go to tuts.com, get tickets for both those things. What were you going to say, Eric?
I saw an ad for ugly sweaters. And there's restaurant places, and one of them was Raising Cane's.
Really?
Oh,
I'm like,
really?
oh, Roula's got to get one of these.
I got to get an ugly
yeah,
Christmas
let's
sweater.
get one of those.
They had like In
You
and
know-
Out and Popeyes. And
You know
White
who else has
Castle.
good Christmas sweaters you don't think about? It's not a place you shop for clothes. Party City. Party City at Christmas
Oh,
time has a
really?
lot of ugly Christmas sweaters on purpose for Christmas sweaters. Because think about it, they're Party City. People have ugly Christmas sweater parties.
That's smart.
So you get your ugly Christmas sweater at Party
I need one
City.
for when we go to the Nutcracker. Every year I wear that same
Oh, yeah.
Christmas tree hoodie.
Yeah, the Christmas tree
Oh,
sweatshirt.
yeah.
I'm going to change it up a little bit this year.
It's a little
There
warm.
was one, Eric, that I saw at Party City. I think it was last year. It was from A Christmas Story, but it was pink and black. And it said, no, it didn't say you'll shoot your eye out. It said, it was like a pink nightmare from the pink bunny suit, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So it said it was a pink nightmare. And it's a black and pink knitted sweater with an image of the pink bunny suit knitted on it.
Cool.
So that could be.
I'll always remember when Roula, Eric, and myself were at a corporate meeting, and there was a woman wearing a Christmas sweater in June.
Yeah, she was ahead of her time. That was 20 years ago.
We were
It was
just
a
dying
June
laughing.
meeting, and she had a Christmas sweater on.
Yeah.
Said ho, ho, ho.
Every time like somebody would tell a joke, I'd be going ho ho ho. Eric's like trying not to.
I don't
die
know why
laughing.
she had that on.
I don't know. It had antlers and little Christmas
She
balls
was a
on
bed
it.
or something.
I don't
I want
know.
that sweater. It was perfect.
That's what's going down in H-Town.
All right, coming up next, in case you missed what happened today on Roula and Ryan's Roses Update, we talked to Gwen about her loser stoner boyfriend, Tommy, and what he had to say for himself after we busted him sending roses to Angela. You'll hear the recap if you missed it, and you'll get the update next on the Roula and Ryan Show. That's his laugh.
There he is.
Let's hear it next on KRVE.